Let's get the opening out of the way. In my younger days, VeggieTales was a prominent part of my childhood. You know, before this crud came out. I enjoyed every one, especially the Larry Boy specials, however scarce they may have been. So imagine my surprise when I got Larry Boy and the Bad Apple for the PS2. That was also one for the GBA, but I'm not ready to talk about that one yet. So grab your popcorn, turn down the lights, and get ready for Larry Boy and the Bad Apple on PS2. This game was made by Papaya Studios, who would later go on to make such classics like Toy Story Mania, The Game, The Ride, The Game, Punch Time Explosion, ugh, and Disney Princess Enchanted Journey. I don't even know. Let's move on to the story. Story-wise, this game is the exact same as the movie. There is the titular Bad Apple who wants to bring the world into temptation, except she makes a smart move and tries to take down Larry Boy first. Unsurprisingly, Larry Boy frees himself after the first level, foiling her plan. Rinse, wash, repeat for 4 more hours, and that's it. It's a simple story at its core, nothing really exciting or groundbreaking. Let's see how the gameplay stacks up. Surprisingly, for a semi-modern licensed game, the controls aren't bad. You have a jump, double jump, glide, spray gun, melee attack, and a transformation cape. Each one works well and are used fairly often to get around the game's various puzzles, and getting all the collectibles. Oh right, this game is a collectathon. You can collect music notes and music sheets. Sadly, there's not much depth or reward to them aside from getting music for the sound test room. Although, trying to find everything in a nearly half-hour level is just not worth it in my opinion. Overall though, the gameplay's not bad, but the boss fights... oh, the boss fights. Where do I begin? They're sluggish, boring, easy, and oh my gosh! Just watch this boss fight, I say with air quotes.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6.
It's just infuriating how they messed this up, considering the rest of most of the levels are decent. But I digress. This game has a hub world. It's quaint, there's veggies in it, they're not interactable, but they're there. Fast forwarding an hour or two into the Fire Marshal's temptation, and... Act 2 of this world is the most frustrating section of this entire game. Or at least, the first time it is. Despite being a kid's game, most of the game isn't very handholdy, but it will give you a small hint pushing you in the right direction. This level, it doesn't do that. The only reason I figured out this puzzle was because I attacked at just the right time, opening what I originally thought to be an unopenable rock. Yes, I know that you can open the rocks. There were hints in the wires, but I was so dependent on this game's hints that I was just caught off guard. You can say that it was trying to be challenging, but I disagree. It's a memorable level to me, but it's memorable for all the wrong reasons, and I'm glad I never, ever have to play that level again. Oh, and I glitched out here. Great. Before I stop this whole section on gameplay, let me talk about the multiplayer real quick. Don't play the multiplayer. Finally, let's move on to sound and presentation. Regarding how everything looks, it cleans up well. Pretty smooth character models, neatly done textures, albeit pretty simple ones, and an overall art style that is pretty close to replicating VeggieTales on a PS2. Sadly, the levels' presentations themselves aren't really memorable, but I doubt some of you even remember that this game existed in the first place. Speaking of which, the music. It's uninspired. All the songs in this game are just instrumental versions of regular VeggieTales songs. They're not bad, but they don't really fit their own levels either. When I see a space world, I don't think, hey, you know what we gotta put there? We gotta put in Joshua fought the Battle of Jericho. Good job. It's a pretty forgettable soundtrack, which is a shame because it could have been kinda good. Kinda. I will give credit where credit is due though. The ending theme is pretty good, even if it's completely unfitting. In the end, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple is not a bad game, surprisingly. Sure, it's long forgotten and irrelevant, but it's a special game to me. If you're interested in it, it's $5 on eBay used or $20 brand new. Clocking in at around 5 hours, it's not a bad deal, but it may not be your type of game, and I understand that. I'm by no means a professional, nor should I act as such. So, I think I'm gonna stop doing number scores from here on out. Thanks to all of you who've been with me since the beginning, and thank you to everyone else who just likes my stuff. Merry Christmas, guys, and let's make 2015 an even better year.